Okay, hey everybody, this is Diana from the Misfit Journal Maker, and I've been asked quite a few times to demonstrate how to make a junk journal cover with a cereal box. And as you can see, I used a Chex box, cereal box for my pieces here. Now, I'm not giving you precise measurements because it's all about the size that you want. Now, this particular journal that I'm doing, I decided I wanted it small. I'm going to give it to somebody that they can put in their purse. And so I took a book page from like just a regular little novel, and that was what I used for my measurement. Okay, because this is how big I want it. The one that I worked on yesterday, which was my very first time making it, and it came out really good. It's not that hard, was this one. And I made this yesterday. This is also a cereal box. I didn't decorate the center because I was wanting to demonstrate this is the 3 pieces that we're using. And I used scrapbook paper to cover. And then, of course, you would use the same in, well, whatever you want to use to, cover this part is fine. So for this particular one, a 12 by 12 piece of paper does not fit it. So I actually used a separate separate piece of the same set that this was in. And this is my spine is this color. And then I used the coordinating, oh, it's upside down, to use on the rest of it, because you have to have enough room to, come in and cover the inside. So anyway, that was my very first try. So if I can do, if I can come up with that on my first try, I think we're good. Okay, so what you need is, you need your front and your back cover, of course. And then for the spine, I just did an inch spine because I don't want a huge spine. And for the spine, I'm using 2 pieces because I want to reinforce that spine, because that's where you're going to be sewing through. So you could double this if you wanted. There's really no need. But for the spine, yeah, I do recommend having 2 pieces. And we're having glue trouble this morning. It never fails when it's early. Let's see, I'll use a different one. So yeah, and you can use anything. You don't have to use another piece of box. On that one I made, I had a piece of really thick cardstock, and I just went ahead and used that. And hopefully, oh boy, I should always check my glue before I turn the camera on, I'm telling you. Oh well, it's not like we haven't all done it, right? It's overcast today again in Southern California, very much so. And so I hope that I have enough light for this video. This room is pretty dark. And I don't know about this camera. I hope it's okay. Okay, so I'm going to just start, hopefully. Come out, glue. Come on. Oh my goodness. You know what? I would start the video over again, but hey, this is real life, so I'm just going to go with it. Okay. Let's see. Ah, here we go. Okay. So you don't want a ton of glue, but enough. Oh man, this is just like not cooperating today. And I'm afraid I'm going to have like all of a sudden it's just going to like, yep, see, it does that. I hate this bottle. Okay, that's kind of a lot. Let's see, we'll do the smushy finger method here just to get it all on everything down here. Need a little more down here, because your spine is the most important, so you want to make sure that's I need to get myself a wipe out. Okay, so I'm going to just line that up. Okay. Oh, and it slid. That's the problem with the cereal boxes. They have, I should have taken maybe a sandpaper block and went over it a little bit. Because, yeah, they're kind of slippery. So you gotta, okay, we're just gonna let that sit for a second. And I'm gonna grab a wipe because I got glue everywhere already. I hope everyone's doing good today. Okay, so here's our spine now. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do now, there is several ways that you can do this, and people use different ways. The only two things I know to glue them together, or to bind, put the three pieces together. There is a tape called Tyvek. I was going to get a print it out and show you. I can put a link. It's like $16.99. It's a really, really strong tape. I don't know if it's industrial or if it's bookbinding. I really don't know. I know Pam at the Paper Outpost uses it when she's doing hers. But she's also used masking tape. If you have the thicker masking tape, that works. Today am going to use just regular packing tape. I used it yesterday. It worked just fine. And so that's what we're going to use. But you can use masking tape. You can use the Tyvek. If you have a husband that has, tape from whatever job he does, I bought this for $1 and haven't used it yet. It's Crafter's Closet. It's some type of tape. I'm not really sure. I bought it for $1, so I just bought it on an online auction. And so I don't know. I'll try this next time, but I'm sure it will work fine. Anything that is, wide enough tape and it's, sticky and pretty strong. And, packing tape works just fine. And most people have packing tape or masking tape. So that's what I would go with. So anyhow, what you do then, now you need to leave a space between here, because I tried this one time a while back and I had it flush. And when I bent the paper, it tore what I covered it with, and it was just a big mess. Now, some people leave just a hair. Yesterday when I did it, we have these lines on our mats here. There's, this one little space here. I don't know if it's 1/8 of an inch, but I lined it up so that I left that much space. And it worked, but I'm going to go in just a little bit more and make it a little bit smaller. So it's a judgment call. You just, I would say at least. And then I'm also lining it up down here because I want to make sure that when I put that tape down, I have it nice and straight. Actually, I'm going to turn this way because I'm going to turn both that way because for some reason it's wanting to bow. It doesn't matter which side you tape it on anyway. Okay, so as long as my bottom doesn't move, which is not easy on a glass mat. I love the glass mats, but they move on you. And my hands aren't exactly steady, so bear with me, guys. Okay. This is not working well. But like I said, it never fails. You get on camera and there you go. Okay. Good grief. Every time I let go, it moves. Okay. I'm going to hope this is pretty good. I'm having trouble. I'm going to just do it here. Can you guys see this? Yeah. Okay. So I think I'm going to leave about that much room. I'm guesstimating, you guys, because, yeah. So then you're going to get yourself a piece of tape. It doesn't matter if it goes over. The one thing you want to make sure, though, is that you don't get any, like big places where the tape's not flat. Okay, now this is moved. So luckily, oh boy. And you know what's so funny? This did not happen to me yesterday. I put it down and I got it the first try. Ugh. Okay. Let's try this again. Now, once it's like this, you can play with it just a bit. So, I'm going to say that's good. Okay, my tape's flat there. That's what I want. Now I'm going to pull it up off the mat. If I can get it up. Oh my gosh. Okay, now I'm going to turn it upside down and I'm going to go ahead and fold this over. But just make sure that you don't have, because if you have, you know, if the tape's not flat, it's going to show through onto your cover. You're going to see that indentation. And right here, I got this tape folded over. So I'm going to cut that off because I don't want that on my journal. Okay, so now we're going to fold this over. So as you can see, I left quite a little bit of a gap, but that's what I did on yesterday's journal, and it worked really good because this is what you want. You know, I'm going to take my bone folder and just go down the middle of this tape and then fold. And that's what you want. You want to have that much room so that your hinge is, you know, your spine is movable. Okay. So far, so good, you guys. Keep your fingers crossed. All right, let's try this one more time. Now I messed that up. I shouldn't have messed around with that. Oh, you guys must think I'm a nutter. Okay, let's see. I don't even know why I said that word. I think English people use that word. I saw it on a movie the other night. That's probably why I did it. It was that guy who plays in Doom, Timothy, I can't say his last name. Him and Zendaya were in an interview, and he said nutter. That's where it came from. Like you really care. I must be nervous. I'm talking too much. Okay. Come on, guys. Ah, why does it keep moving on me? What do I do here? Okay. All right. You know what? This is crazy. At this point, I'm hating my glass mat. Okay. All right. Just chill out, girl. Okay, hopefully I can just fix it with the tape and it'll be okay. You know what? Let's go this way. See if I can make it. I don't trust that it'll be even. Wow. Come on. My hands are not cooperating. Okay. All right. I'm just going to see if I can fix it from that point. All right. Okay. Yeah, that's a good way. If you anchor one side and then push down, I think you're good. You learn something new all the time. Okay. So then we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. Push it over. And I'm actually going to tape this side as well, just for extra. So, wow, that was a real, that was stressful. how you get old and your hands don't want to do what they used to do. Which I'm finding a very big hindrance when, you know, I'm making precision things. Not too fun. But you just got to roll with it. Okay. That's the side I'm doing. Okay. And it's all nice and flat, which is what we want. Okay, you don't want to have any ripples in that tape. Flat as a pancake. Okay. Even if it goes crooked, it's fine. It's not going to affect anything. Okay, now you're going to want to go ahead and mess with your slime. Okay, so you're going to want to be able to fold it like that. Okay, so now we have our little book. Okay, and as you can see, the folds, everything is, you know, a lot of people use, like, say, a macaroni and cheese box where this is all together. But if you guys ever want to use like chipboard, because, you know, this is not going to be my go-to method for making a journal cover. I kind of don't like, this is just me. A lot of people make them and love them, but it's kind of, there's not a lot of give. And like, I can already see right here, like if you, I don't know if you can see this, there's already places on the box where it's like got a indentation. And I don't want that to come through on my cover, you know, I don't want it to be showing. And so it's not very pliable, is I guess what I'm saying. And so it's not like, I don't know, a lot of people love it. It's not my go-to. I use for my covers, which I've showed you guys this before, and it's a lot more pliable. And this is what I've been using for covers for a long time. It's a thicker cardstock, but it has a lot of give to it. It doesn't make, you know, it doesn't get those little things in here where it's going to show on your cover. So I would rather use this and just fold it in half and use it as a one signature and just, you know, sew it through here. It's much easier and much more user friendly. This is more like if you want to make a two signature. You could do one as well. Maybe maybe the smaller one will make it better. Or maybe there's some way that you could make this not so much where if you bend it, it's going to have a big thing. I don't know. This just isn't, I just am showing this because I've been asked by quite a few people to do it. But for me, it's just not my thing. I actually like using a gutted book as one of my favorites. So anyway, I'm going to give this to a friend. And so I thought this was really, 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 really pretty. So what we're going to do, and it's got another side on it. This is just plain old scrapbook paper. Now, you need to have an edge, maybe about 1 inch or so. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off a little bit of this. And they're both the same, I think. Well, I think I'll cut it off this side. So I'm just going to cut off, not a whole lot, maybe 1 inch. Because it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter if there's more left over on the side. Okay, so now I want to make it, it's not going to matter because I could turn it upside down, but yeah, I want that side on the front. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to line it up here so that you've got enough to fold over on each side. This is still too much, but it doesn't matter. So my experience yesterday is with the wet glue. I don't like using it with this. This is going to be my way to do it. You can do it however you want to, but I just find that this works and I don't have to worry about those ripples you get with wet glue. So I'm going to just go ahead and I am going to glue stick the whole thing. Okay. This is Scott Permanent Glue Stick. Works great. It is the replacement for Scotch Create glue stick, which apparently they decided not to make anymore. And I was really skeptical, but this is very sticky and it is very hardy. And for me, I have had no issues, nothing coming up. In fact, you have very little time once you put something on it there to move it. It just sticks immediately almost. And then what I do is I go around the edge with the wet glue. Just a very small line of, oh man, it's coming out too much, of this wet glue. Ugh, all the way around. Okay, if you get too much, just take your finger and rub. And that way you won't get that ridge in the paper. That's what I do. But at least this keeps your paper snug at this point. Okay, let me get rid of the glue. Got a couple seconds here. I should have put down my glue mat, but I didn't. Okay, now I'm going to take my paper and set it down. I'm going to flip this and try to get it in the middle. It's not a huge deal. Okay, that looks about good to me. And then just press down. Okay. Now, a lot of people I always see too, they have issues with the corners. Real easy to not have issues with the corners, okay? Perfect. Nice and flat. There's no ridges or anything in here. Okay, now this is how I prepare mine for the corners. I don't do any of the weird funky stuff everybody else does. I just go here and cut around just like that, okay? There's no, I don't measure, I just guesstimate where I'm at. And if I'm off, I can just cut some more. Okay, so about here. And if you have more paper, of course, you're going to have to cut more off. Okay, so that's what I do there. Okay, that helps me fold my corners. Okay, now here, so that you don't have issues right here, I just take and I cut just a little, I don't even know what you want to call that. See that? Just cut that out. And that's so you don't have paper hindering where you're folding. Okay, I don't know what you want to call this, but you guys can see what I'm doing, I hope. So you do that on all, you do all four here. The little, okay. I have to check to see if I'm still filming, because I forgot to empty my phone yesterday from my other video, and oh, I hope this does not go off. I better hurry. Okay, now next thing you're going to do is I'm going to take my, actually going to start here. Take my bone folder and I'm going to push this up before I put any glue. Okay, and I'm going to give it a good, so it's right up against there. Okay, we're done with this glue. Okay, now hopefully this won't all run out. I put it right up against the cardboard or whatever, and then you just want to get enough on here to make it stick. Okay, and you're going to fold over. Okay, and nice and tight. Okay, okay, next you're going to do your next part. Okay, and do the same thing. You want to put some glue right up against that cardboard, and then you're going to, and just make sure you get the edges, and then you fold over. Okay, and look at that corner. Beautiful. Wait, can you see it? Over here. There we go. Perfect corner. Okay. And you don't have to do anything fancy. You just cut off that, round off that, the corner before you glue it down. Okay. And everything's nice and tight. If you get a little glue, just wipe it off. Not going to hurt anything. Okay. And look at that, guys. Perfect. The corners are just, you know, they come out wonderful. Okay, now you're going to do this next little part here. And just put a little glue there. And now when you push this up, it's not going to interfere with that fold or with your spine at all. Okay. This just helps you to get that scrapbook paper already trained. Okay. So then you're going to go against the seam there and get some glue here. We're going to push down again. Okay. Got some seepage there and some here. Just wipe it off. Should have paper towels, but I'm out. They're coming today. Okay. Let's go ahead and put this one up. And do the same. Okay. Push that down. And this is the method you'd use with chipboard. And that's mainly why I'm doing it, because I think chipboard is my preferred method for if I don't have an actual gutted book. So, but this is all, you do it all the same way. So, and got one last little guy over here. Oops. Well, on these little ones, it doesn't really matter. Okay. Whoops. I want to go through the glue. Okay. Okay, now I want to make sure I don't have anything that's going to stick. Okay, so look at that, guys. Beautiful. Every single corner came out perfect. Okay, and that's all you have to do. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your bone folder and you're going to, and then you're going to fold. Okay, and then you're going to do the same thing over here. Probably should have waited till the paper was dry, but okay, and there you go. Look at that. Now sometimes the cardstock will, there's a little piece right here that's kind of sticking up. I'm going to just chop it off. Okay. And that's it. So there you go. And then all you could do, is like you could use white paper here, plain paper, whatever you want to cover this. You would just go and, you know, set, let's see if I have something. This is just to show you. Like, you know, use whatever your paper, and you could leave a little bit of this part showing, whatever you want it to do. So that's it. Pretty simple. And then you've got your double spine here. You can feel that it's a little thicker, but that's fine because you're going to sew through. So you want to make sure that you've got, you know, you've got enough here that it's not going to like go through. So that's all there is to it. Very simple. And You know, you can make it any size you want. That's up to you. The principle is the same no matter what size you're using, and no matter if it's bigger or smaller. And you just have to make sure that you have that room in between your pieces, because otherwise, if I wouldn't have done it, this would have ripped right here. So, well, it had the potential to rip. I don't know about you guys, but real quick, I'll say a lot of the scrapbook paper, when you bend it, it gets like, it doesn't tear, but you can see that there's like, it's not flat anymore. I don't know if that means it's old, if it's just the way it's made, but yeah, this one didn't do it at all. This one's very smooth. So that is how you make a book junk journal cover out of a cereal box. And I hope that I was clear enough and you guys, got it. And, I didn't give you specific sizes because, like I said, it's any size you want to make it. You just, when you're cutting your pieces, I want to say, you need to make sure that everything is lined up right here. You got to make sure that they're just flush, you can't have like, this is out further than this. It's got to all be like this so that when you fold it, you have a straight, everything is straight. So that's it. And I hope you guys liked it. And I hope that it helped you out. I know I have a lot of people that have said they've had trouble with those. And I've watched a few videos and people go really quickly. I hope I didn't go too quickly. You guys got the good explanation out of it. So let me know in the comments. And if I have to redo it for y'all, I'll do it. I have no problem with that. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. And if you're not subscribed, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. And I also have my Facebook group, which is the Misfit Journal Maker. And give me a thumbs up if you like it. Have a wonderful afternoon. See you next time.